Hey guys, welcome back to Chits PC Lounge. Another video update today, and this time we're going to talk about the piggy bank, which was confirmed last night will be delayed for likely another 10 days. The Forex came to the Animal Farm chat last night and addressed some questions and things as well. But yeah, it's likely that it's going to take 10 days for the piggy bank 2.0 to open back up, and even longer if you've got anything staked in the pig pen, which is going to, I think the pig pen is going to take over 1.5 months to open back up. And that's because they need to mint some new pigs tokens to replace all the version 1 tokens, and that's how that's going to work. There's been a bit of a mixed reaction in the Animal Farm chat. Some people are happy that they're going to get a fairer share of the piglets for version 2. There's a few people that are a bit annoyed because they absolutely skyrocketed their money on launch. But overall, it's probably it is the right thing to do. I mean, I did say in a video right before it got paused that yeah, I thought Forex was going to stop it because it was just there was obviously a flaw, and the one person that did stop was only one of many that got giant bags and was just dumping the pigs token. So it's very frustrating as a person that got into the piggy bank. But there's nothing much we can do at this point apart from wait the 10 days. I've only got a small amount in the pig pen, and I've only got a small lot in here really, but it's been about a week, just short of a week since the original launch, and I've got over $100 in there. And to me, as some guy that's on a, you know, not a minimum wage job, but I've got a job that pays just a bit more than minimum wage, but this kind of money on that's trapped in the piggy bank and the things in the farms, it's money I can afford to lose, but it's money that I'd like to at least have access to if I needed it. But I do understand why it's been paused, and it's a bit of a shame for the project. But to me, this all leads back to the original pig pen, and really, if people would have just waited, the pig pen over time would have paid out the rewards that people wanted, and people want obviously big gains. But for me, if you wanted your 3% a day, Drake Garden was already there, so the piggy bank to me didn't need to be added, or at least not so soon after the launch. And I think Forex, as good as he is kind of spread himself a bit too thin across the board here. And as a result, Drip's not doing so good today either. It's back down past 5%. Oh, it's just dropped to 4.7, but it's been around 5% down for the last few hours compared to yesterday. And it was just starting to, flatten out. But then, selling's kind of set it up again, steadily creeped up again. Some bigger dumps as well. You can see here. Just right now, 1,200. So Drip's not doing too good on the back of it. The price on the website is down to 54. And the price on the Drip USD is down to 60. So interesting times to Drip as well. We're closing in on the support, which is at $54 on the Drip USD chart. Don't know how that correlates to the BNB version. But yeah, so if you go to the pig pen now, there's nothing you can really do. You can watch your money go up, but there's nothing you can do with this. This is kind of been snapshotted from 2 days ago. So the values here, when the new one opens up, won't be on the new pig pen. I'm hoping the truffles available at the time of the snapshot will be available, because for people with smaller accounts, I mean, $52 is $52 to me. I think it was 34 the other day, and this was maybe like 25, and that was maybe 12. But I'd rather, keep those truffle gains. But how it's going to work is it's going to be rebalanced. So the people that did really well are likely going to still do well, but less well than they did. And so if you 10x, you're likely not going to get a 10x on the relaunch. You might get a 3x. I got in with my stakes pretty early, but I don't know how well I'm gonna do because these were all 2 LPs. So I did my first stake and got 5 piglets for 2 LPs. So I got more than 2 piglets per LP. Then I did 2 LP here to get 4, so I doubled my pig ratio to per LP, so 2 pigs per LP. And this one is 2 LP where I got 2 piglets, so I got a 1-on-1 ratio. So I'm probably going to do better on this one here, and I expect this one might stay the same, and I might lose a bit there. But there's nothing you can do here, guys. It will say you can compound, but you're just wasting gas fees. You can't sell if you try to do that. You can see here it's paused, so nothing there you can do. Same with the farms. Nothing you can do here. You can emergency take out your money. There's videos on YouTube about how you can take money out of contracts for your non-dog and pig farms. So you can't take money out of the dog BUSD or dogs BNB and stuff like that, but you can take money out of your USD and BUSD and this kind of stuff. You can Google how to do that. There's plenty of videos on YouTube I've seen, so you can get your money out there. So yeah, 10 days we've got to wait now, and I'm hoping. Oh, I do think it's going to hamper the project a little bit in the short term while people get that trust back. And I do think Forex is more than capable of pulling this off. He's a good developer, but I'm not going to be completely biased and say, oh, it's going to be all great and we're all going to go to the moon again. It'll take time, I think, to build the animal farm back to what it was. And because I like the farm part, I mean, I don't really see too much value in doing a pig pen if you've got a drip garden, but I did put 6 LP tokens into it just to see how it worked and see if I could get some decent rewards. But I do think it's taken away from Drip Garden. I think it's took away from the drip price itself, as people have used drip as kind of a springboard to get into the farm, and we don't really want that. I don't think for the drip token long term. We want drip to do really well, and then we want this animal farm to be like a good secondary option for you guys to make money on, and then the pig pen as like another option. Because there's some really good like long-term bonuses you can get on the pig pen, but why would you want to put your money in Drip Garden or Drip itself if you can get a crazy bonus in the pig pen over a certain amount of time? I guess the fact that it's locked, not the pig pen, sorry, the piggy bank, the fact that it's locked in, it means you're not getting that bonus straight away. But over time, you're going to beat the decay from piglets. Whereas in the Drip Garden, the decay, has a lot to do with the Drip USD price, so you're not going to always defeat that decay, especially right now. It was starting to even out yesterday, and I was beating the decay yesterday for a good few hours. I was, my LP per plant or whatever it is, or my LPs per day, sorry, were going up yesterday until probably around here. And this slow decline wasn't enough to offset my 3% from the Drip Garden. But then we kind of got to about here and I lost some LP value. So, it's troubling times, I think, for the project. But in times like this as well, if you stick with a project that you think long term is good, and you have faith that in a few weeks the piggy bank will come back live, the drip token's going to start to see some support somewhere. I mean, you watch the charts and see where people are starting to buy in again. I do think it's coming up at some point in the next maybe week or two where we're going to hit that 54 level, because it looks pretty much like the Safe Moon V2 chart where it like times freed and then kind of went back to where it was. Let's try and get a free monthly version. We are coming to this level that everyone's talking about on their channels now suddenly, because it's important. $6 away. if we see a bounce here, that's going to give everyone a bit of confidence, a drip. And people might start thinking, "Oh, I'm not going to claim here because I can claim 100 or I can claim 120." There will be some resistance probably around the 100 mark, and then probably around the 88 mark as well, because there's a few points on there where it's been hit before. So there's going to be bumps on the road going back up, but when you get that confidence back in the token, and this big sell-off kind of stays off for a while and start stabilizing, which I thought we was going to maybe start to do yesterday, but the news from Animal Farmers gave people a bit of a more bearish outlook than maybe they had before. So we need drip to do well as well. As for the pig token, I got a feeling when it opens back up, there will be an initial phase of people selling or taking funds out, because from what I've seen in the Animal Farm chat, there's people that are kind of fed up and want to just move on, and that's fair enough. They can do that. I'd always recommend, if you can, to at least try and get investments back. And I'm trying to find a point on the drip garden where I can do that myself without damaging my chart too much and my position, because I do think at some point it's going to turn around, and I want to be compounding and making sure I can get some gains in the future if it does turn around. It's going to pay off for me if I do that. But my plan was to, originally when I put into the garden, it was just to get to about 250 plants and then start taking out to get a bit back, and then maybe put some in the farm. But I kind of delayed that to 300, and now I'm thinking about 500. But I don't want to be risk averse and get some money back as well. Maybe not my full deposit, but maybe half of that would be good. So I'm going to do a strategy, I think, where I'm going to be compounding the most of the time and taking the odd harvest. I think that's a good way to lower the risk for myself. I recommend everyone to do something similar if you're not so bullish anymore. Because I'm bullish long term, but short term maybe not so much. But yeah, I think that we're going to do okay in a few weeks when everything opens back up again. I think we'll see that like a drop first off, and then I think we'll be okay. Just get my ledger out because I've got a compound in 4 minutes. And yeah, I think it's going to take a bit of time for us to be stable again. But the piggy bank, when it's open again, is going to give us some good rewards anyway. So any dip, if you stay with it long term, I mean the pig token can't get too much lower, right? And there is a lot of people that have got faith in the system and faith in forex, and we might see the bulls beat the bears when everything gets opened back up, because when the piglets are there, no one can sell them straight away. You have to earn your piglets and your LP and get into the system that way to sell your pigs BUSD. And people might want to compound and get their position, a good position in the piggy bank, ready for the price of pigs being able to do what it's supposed to do. If we get back up to £400 or $400, I should say, in the future, anyone that's put money into the pig pen is going to benefit from the drip USD price going up, and truffles will go up too. So I believe we'll all get a bit more truffles as the supply is going to be heightened up. But we'll have to wait and see. We need a bit more information, I think, and I hope Forex and the team over time in the next week will give us a bit more information on what's going to happen. There was a second option about us all trading in our tokens, trade our tokens in, and they'll be able to do it faster. But I don't think that could happen because not everyone will be ignore that noise, just my ledger. Not everyone will be watching on the Animal Farm Telegram, so they should really maybe put a news or an update on the site itself, so those that turn up aren't too worried. But it's one of those things, guys. We'll have to wait and see. So we'll keep an eye on the drip price. I'll probably do a video on that tomorrow, see where we are, because I'm expecting any time now it's going to drop into the 50s. But yeah, I'm going to do a balance of compounding and harvesting on the drip garden, because the garden prices coming down, but I don't want to harm the garden. I think this is really fundamental to drip price. If all this contract balance just depletes, then everyone's going to be self-harming drip token. So if you're bullish on drip, harvest if you need to, but compound as much as you can and keep this LP token balance going up. And that's my advice on that one. I say advice, I can't actually do financial advice. So yeah, research yourself, and depends on your own position, I guess. But I suppose advising people to get the money back is not the worst advice either. But we've got to be careful with these things. So that's my update on the pig situation and my thoughts. And we'll have a quick look at this tomorrow when we're doing our drip update, our drip garden update. So guys, stay safe, have a great day, and I will see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it.